Welcome, fellow runners and fitness enthusiasts. Today, we're going to embark on a journey through the world of running shoes. We've compiled a list of the top 10 running shoes on the market right now, based on their performance, comfort, and durability. Whether you're a seasoned marathoner or a beginner just starting your running journey, there's something here for everyone. From the tried and true classics to the latest innovations, we've got you covered. So without further ado, let's dive into our list, starting with number 10, the Brooks Ghost 15. Starting our list at number 10, we have Brooks Ghost 15. You know it, you love it, and it's turning 15. For over a decade, the Ghost has been our recommendation to newbies and runners looking for an everyday shoe. Our testers confirmed its reliability, calling the Brooks Ghost 15 a tried and true daily trainer. The cushioning felt just right, said a runner who previously tested ASICS' GEL-KAYANO and the Adidas Ultra Boost. It felt firm, but at the same time I could feel a little sponginess to it. That sponginess our tester refers to is the soft give that adapts to the bottom of your foot, as the foam's firmness provides support and shock absorption. DNA Loft, which is compression molded EVA, was previously used in the Ghost 14's midsole. At number 9, we have New Balance FUELCELL Rebel 3. Time and time again, we hear runners say the Rebel 2 is a solid top 3 pick for them. And like me, many couldn't help but use this technically speed day shoe for every run. So the company took the hint and made the New Balance FUELCELL Rebel 3 even better for daily miles. The Rebel 3 has more of what its predecessor lacked. The outsole has more rubber coverage to withstand higher mileage, the knit upper feels more durable, and there's 1.5 millimeters more FUELCELL foam underfoot. While those are essential improvements for taking the shoe on long runs, they ruled out the Rebel for those who like a firm ride for racing. Read. Some testers said the boost in durability and comfort came at the cost of a slightly mushier ride, though only a 0.1 ounce weight increase for a men's size 9. If you're looking for a shoe with a comparable super soft bounce and price point, but want just a smidge more heel-toe drop and cushioning. Coming in at number 8, we have Lululemon BLISSFEEL 2 Cushioned Running Shoe. Lululemon is now both a yoga and running brand, a dual image enhanced by its recent foray into footwear. The company released its first running shoe, the BLISSFEEL, last year. Its debut earned our Gear of the Year award, but maybe you still need convincing. Let the Lululemon BLISSFEEL 2 persuade you. The BLISSFEEL 2 is the same weight as its predecessor, yet it feels slightly heavier and firmer, even though the stack height and foam are unchanged from the original model. Running in the 2 felt like running in Adidas's Ultra Boost. It's thick-set, but there's plenty of pop to the 2's ride. The toe room and cushioning felt like a reprieve after testing narrower, less supportive trainers. Amanda Furrer. Coming at number 7, we have Nike Air Zoom Pegasus 39. Last year's Pegasus was undoubtedly a capable workhorse, but it disappointed Peg fans with its heavier weight and, according to our testers, a somewhat clunky ride. The Nike Air Zoom Pegasus 39 remedies those pain points with a drop in weight, almost an ounce, and an additional flex groove in the outsole, letting the shoe bend more easily right where you need it to on toe-off. The upper breathes better thanks to an all-new mesh design, and the lacing feels more locked in due to the integration of flywire cables. Nike also brought back the air unit in the heel. This is the first time since the 36 version that the Peg has 2. There's one in the forefoot as well. What hasn't changed is the full-length midsole of React foam. Still not as light and bouncy as ZoomX, React feels medium soft and moderately flexible. I most like the Pegasus's consistency and durability, one tester said. The bounce, traction, ride, and stability were never compromised by additional wear or the surface I was running on. I felt good bounce, energy return, and support from the cushioning, but it was not super soft and plush, while it can work for some speed work and long runs. Coming at number 6, we have HOKA Mach 5. Taking after its immediate predecessor, the HOKA Mach 5 has replaced the Mach 4's PROFLY midsole foam with PROFLY Plus, which delivers higher energy return. Also adapted from the Supersonic is the narrower fit around the saddle. Placing my Mach 4 and Mach 5 beside each other, it's a noticeable change. The 4's lacing system is more gappy, and the overall shape is boxier, even though the shoes share the same last. Like my experience testing the Supersonic, the first couple of runs in the 5 just didn't have that smooth rocker flow or high rebound I experienced in the Mach 4. Runner-in-Chief Jeff Dingate pointed to the tighter midfoot as a possible culprit. However, I theorized that it's the density distribution in the new midsole foam. The original PURFLY foam is softer in the heel and firmer in the forefoot. Jeff and I are both midfoot strikers, so perhaps it just takes some PURFLY plus fine-tuning to make the Mach feel more pre-sonic. After a week of running in the shoe on a vacation, I was finally won over. I noticed a shift when my pace became faster. It's no Mach 4, but it's a Mach I still love, and testers unfamiliar with the 4th version were instantly enamored with the 5th. Halfway on our list at number 5, we have ASICS GEL-CUMULUS 25. The ASICS GEL-CUMULUS 25 is the most cushioned cumulus we've seen yet. In fact, it feels a lot like earlier versions of its ultra plush cousin, the Nimbus. ASICS added even more foam to that shoe in its most recent iteration, so the Nimbus remains the cushier of the two. Still, neither is geared for speed day. Testers said that Cumulus is surprisingly light for its nice, thick, and foamy workhorse sole, but it does sacrifice some pep underfoot. When I wear racers like ASICS's Magic Speed or Saucony's Endorphin Speed, I feel like I'm being rocked onto my toes, making me more efficient and pushing me forward. While I didn't feel that sensation in this shoe, it's one of the most comfortable I've worn, said one tester, while piling on double-digit weekly long runs for the Paris Marathon. The inside feels plush, and the secure lacing really hugs around your foot. On to number 4, we have New Balance FUELCELL SUPERCOMP Trainer. Holy shit, these are fun, said features director Matt Allen. No shoe has ever inspired me to want to run more often. I just look at them on the top of my test shoe pile and think about tacking extra miles onto today's run. That sentiment was echoed by every tester who wore the New Balance FUELCELL SUPERCOMP Trainer, a new extra thick training shoe. The midsole is so tall that it's technically against World Athletics rules to wear during a race, though the shoe is so heavy that no real contenders would lace it up when every second matters. But when you want to just bounce down the road like you're on a pogo stick, this is the shoe for you. Sandwiched in all that foam is a cambered carbon fiber plate, which has an arch shape. That design, combined with a void in the bottom layer of foam, boosts cushioning without adding any more weight. The trainer isn't the first illegal shoe we've worn in the maximalist super shoe era, but it feels the most stable of all the offerings so far. Rest assured. Coming at number 3, we have Nike VAPORFLY 3. Look at the lead pack of any major marathon, and you'll see a sea of VAPORFLY. Even though Eliud Kipchoge wore the $275 AlphaFly to break the 2-hour barrier, now most runners, from the elite wave back to BQ hopefuls, reach for the VAPORFLY. But in the recent majors, this new version, the Nike VAPORFLY 3, was nowhere to be seen. When we spied the top 10 shoes across the finish line at the New York City Marathon, not a single prototype was found. By then, though, I already had a pair to test, and I can report after racing my own marathon that the 3rd iteration feels just as lively and fast as the previous 2. Nike overhauled the VAPORFLY from the rubber up, looking to make it the lightest yet. But in my size 12, I see only a 0.1 ounce drop from version 2. My pink pair of the first next percent was 0.4 ounces lighter still. One attempt to shave weight came in the midsole shaping. The foam is still the same ZoomX that delivers top-of-the-line energy return, but cut out on the lateral sidewall. Your foot doesn't need support there, and a small channel under the midfoot reduces material. At second place, we have PUMA DEVIATE Nitro 2. Following the DEVIATE's award-winning debut, the sophomore effort makes slight course corrections without straying far from the original. That meant fixing the upper of the PUMA DEVIATE Nitro 2, upping the ante on the midsole, and leaving the durable outsole rubber largely untouched. The main concern most testers had in the first DEVIATE was the heel fit. Fairly thick pads on the inside of the collar were designed to help lock the back of your foot down to the sock liner. But the pad's size and shape actually made the shoe slip or rub. That's been remedied for both the men's and women's models, though the latter retains its essential fit tweaks for ladies' narrower heels and lower insteps. A women's-specific adjustment was a wider forefoot, though I could not feel the change. My digits were squashed in the torpedo-shaped toe box, despite having some dead space at the front of the shoe. Runners with long and narrow feet, like one tester who reports having high arches, had a comfier experience. And finally, the moment you've all been waiting for. At number 1, we have ASICS GEL-KAYANO 29 Stability Running Sneaker. The Kayano has been a part of the ASICS lineup for decades, and it remains one of the best stability shoes we've tested. For the ASICS GEL-KAYANO 29, ASICS replaced the plastic plate with a combo of firmer light truss foam at the back of the shoe. Layered on top and through the toe is soft and bouncy Flight Foam Blast Plus, which means there's no longer a need for any squishy gel in the forefoot. The heel clip also gets a trim, resulting in the lightest weight Kayano ever by almost half an ounce. Rest assured, the Kayano is still an extremely supportive ride. That support is now just baked in more evenly throughout the upper and outsole, rather than the midsole alone. Reinforced material behind the laces guide your foot back to center. Extra rubber on the outsole extends higher up the medial side of the shoe, much like a subtle guide rail. And there you have it, folks. That was our rundown of the top 10 running shoes available right now. From the ASICS GEL-KAYANO 29 at number 1, offering unparalleled stability and support, to the Brooks Ghost 15 at number 10, a reliable daily trainer loved by many. We hope this list has provided you with some valuable insights. Remember, the best shoe for you is the one that fits your specific needs and running style. So take your time, do your research, and most importantly, listen to your feet. Thank you for joining us on this journey, and here's to many happy miles ahead.